Casey, Sheila? I'll try to zoom in on him if you'll let me know when you kind of see him. Doug's head's in the way. Every time I've got up close to him, he sticks his head behind where I can't get him. Raise your head back, let me get Kay.
Makes this moment even more special. During the past 4 years, we have had our ups and downs, but our friends have always stood by our side. No matter how far life takes us, we will be able to remember our friends and the memories that we have made with them because they have helped make us who we are today. On behalf of the class of 2003, I would like to welcome you to the commencement exercises.
I would like to recognize the honor graduates of 2003.
How much do you
If you would stand when I call your name. The first group is High Honors, ranked number 1, with a 202.3774 is Cody Quincy May. Cody is the son of Sammy and Martha May. Ranked number 2, with a 101.5273 is Stephanie Renee Singson. Stephanie is the daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Florencio Singson. Ranked number 3, with a 100.9804 is Christopher Ryan West. Chris is the son of Steve and Kim Waters. Number 4, with a 99.1964, is Elisa Lane Peterson. Elisa is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tom Peterson and Mr. and Mrs. Gary Rolls. Ranked number 5, with a 98.8182, is Jenny Michelle Hughes. Jenny is the daughter of Mitchell and Deidre Hughes. Ranked number 6 with a 98.6000 is Benjamin Cody Miller. Cody is the son of Richard and Lisa Miller and Annette Peters. Ranked number 7 with a 97.4423 is Kristen Beth Greer. Kristen is the daughter of Becky and James Greer. Ranked number 8 with a 96.333 is David Paul Jeans. David is the son of Steve and Becky Jeans. Ranked number 9 with a 95.2963 is Sarah Ann Burns. Sarah is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ben Burns and Shelley Danos. Ranked number 10 with a 95.0893 is Kelly Mackenzie Rolls. Kelly is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gary Rolls and John Ellen Rolls. Ranked number 11 with a 94.9630 is Colin Catherine McGee. Colin is the daughter of Rick McGee and Cindy Cowherd. Ranked number 12 with a 94.8519 is Ashley Nicole Thomas. Ashley is the daughter of Bob and Suzette Thomas. And now with honors, ranked number 13 with a 94.5556 is Ashley Jo Sorrell. Ashley is the daughter of Grant Sorrell and Martha Dowell, and the granddaughter of George and Darrell Sorrell. Ranked number 14 with a 94.2800 is Sarah Catherine Hutchins.
Here tonight. We appreciate your support. Most of all, I would like to welcome the class of 2003. This is our night to shine. Guys and gals, this is the night we look forward to for 18, and in some cases 22 years. The moment of our graduation from high school has finally come. The senior year. Confusion, excitement, anticipation, nostalgia, reflection, preparation, exhaustion, contemplation, resolution, endings to old beginnings, beginnings to new ends. So many choices and decisions to make, so many paths to take. Which college should we attend? Which friendship should we maintain? Which bonds should we break? Which bridges, if any, should we burn? Or in some cases, as in the words of a very wise friend, which should we explode? Which major should we choose? Which career should we embark upon? These are too many directions to take, too many options to consider, too many, well, lives to create. This is undoubtedly a very confusing time for each and every graduate here tonight. However, I think that our barrage of questions and worries of what lies ahead may be answered by a few very wise people and statements. For instance, Robert Frost, in his poem entitled The Road Not Taken, comments on making a decision much like the decisions we graduates are having to make right now. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the other for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Don't take life too seriously. Don't stress over the little things, and most importantly, don't worry. As one of Bobby McFerrin's songs says, and please pardon this, in every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. As one wise warthog named Pumbaa once said, although I promise not to break into song and dance again, Hakuna Matata. As many of you know from The Lion King, it means no worries for the rest of your days. But if you won't believe a famous a cappella master or a fat, ill-tempered, tusked, animated Disney character, maybe you will believe a more trustworthy source. Proverbs 3:6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. You don't need to worry about which path to take or the possible obstacles along the way as long as you trust in Him. Deuteronomy 31:8 says, the Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Graduates, no matter what you know, that He will always be with you. And always remember that. We all know that this is a very difficult, trying, confusing time. But we know that God is with us, helping us along the way, telling us that we should not fear what lies ahead. We should not get discouraged by all the changes occurring in our lives. And I'm sorry, I know it's hot out here, but bear with me. I want you all to know that you can achieve anything you want. And you can be anything you want to be. Wait, I take that back. You are whatever you want to be. Melissa, if you want to study forensic science at UCLA, you can do it. There's nothing holding you back. Jana, if you want to be a professional race car driver, you can do it. Just give it your all, hold nothing back, take it on headstrong, and you'll never have any regrets. John Handy, my friend, if you want to be a professional running back in the NFL, we all know that you can. And if you want it badly enough, you will. I don't care what anybody says. I know that you can do it. We believe in you, John, and know that you have the willpower and the gift. So please don't give up. Go out there and make us proud. Stephanie, if you want to be a high-powered corporate lawyer, be one. The same goes for your golf in Scarborough or your rodeo in Moody. And if that ain't a word, it ought to be. And Kobe, if you want to be a professional actor, then be one. We all know that you have more than enough of the drive, the desire, the talent necessary to follow your dream. FDR once said, and y'all have all heard this, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. I never have quite understood what he meant by that, but by the same token, there's nothing to stop you but the fear of failure. Be fearless in your pursuit of true happiness and the pursuit of your dreams. I've always believed in the adage and quoted it many times that a man is nothing without his dreams. Dreams are what drive us, what give us hope, what keep us going through the treacherous but rewarding journey we call life. Dreams are what make this life livable. If you don't have a dream, then I pity you. If you have a dream, don't let anything obstruct it, anything hinder it, or anything prevent it from blooming, from blossoming, from reaching its full extent, from flourishing. Give it your all, your 100%, no holds barred, or you'll regret it for the rest of your life. In the past few weeks, when I was supposed to be preparing for this valedictory address, I've had innumerable people approaching me asking if my speech would be filled with bitterness, animosity, or resentment, or whether I would offend anyone or not. I can wholeheartedly assure you that tonight none of that will be included, but it does raise the question, why in the world would so many people approach me questioning what was going to be said? Is this just standard procedure for anyone giving a big speech to show concern for the topics at hand? No, of course that's not it. Most speakers do not have so many people approach them from all directions questioning their integrity, their class, or the appropriateness of the topics raised in their speech. Could it be that I have a bit of a wild streak in me? Yes, that is certainly possible, considering the hurrahs and cheers I let out this year in support of the school. After all, I was voted the senior with the most school spirit. But while this wild streak could certainly be the reason so many people have asked if I were going to make a fool of myself and speaking out against something, I don't think this is it. Could it be that they're just paranoid and want to make sure that everything at the graduation goes just as planned with absolutely no mess-ups, no mistakes, no comedy, no hilarity, little actual reflection combined with reasoning, justice, or logic? Once again, while this is true that most of these people who approach me with the worries probably do want every part of the graduation to be extremely serious and to go exactly as planned, with no nonconformists, no incongruities, no rebellion against their ideal mold. But I don't think the paranoia is due to this. No, not at all. The only logical, reasonable explanation for their questioning, their concern, their worry about what will be said tonight is if they were all well aware that there were some things, rather a myriad of things, to be spoken out against. Things occurring at our school that may cause some of us to be somewhat bitter. The only reason they would approach me, as they have, is if they had a guilty conscience. But rest assured, I won't speak out against the injustices that have occurred and that will continue to do so. I won't talk about the corruption and the partiality of some of the members of the school. I won't discuss how, to many folks in the school system and the community, it matters more who you are, what your last name is, and what power or money your family can give them than it does what you've done, what you've accomplished, what you're able to do, and what kind of person you are. This is just a fact of life that we as a graduating class and a society must endure, that we shall, no matter what it takes, how hard it is or how long the road winds, we shall overcome. There are many wonderful, good-hearted, kind, godly Christians in this world. There are some people who would give the shirt off their backs to help someone in need. There are people here in Center who truly care about the youth, who truly care about our futures, who truly want us to be successful in whatever we do, and will help us in any way they can. To those people, I commend you and thank you. You've undoubtedly made a positive influence in the fragile lives of our graduates. However, there are others in the school and in this town who have twisted intentions, who've thrown obstacles, sometimes even roadblocks, in my and my peers' past to make decisions and judgments based on name, not on merit, based on socioeconomic status, not on talent or character, who claim to want to help the youth, to help those in need, but in reality want to merely boost their names and look good in the eyes of others. When actually someone who has need come along, when someone who actually needs help crosses their path, they may turn their back. But this shows the people's true colors and how they're more concerned with looking like they're helping than with actually helping. The good people of Center are not stupid and see through their mirages, their fallacies, and their fronts. Everybody will meet these kind of people at some points in their lives. At some time, we will all face some sort of opposition, some doubter, somebody who, for whatever reasons, not only passively lets you succeed, but intentionally and aggressively tries to sabotage your success. However, as Miss Mary Pig says, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. I think I can testify to that. As Podge has told me before, the obstacles that I've overcome, including the ones thrown in my path to hinder, disrupt, or flat out stop me, the hard times that I've been through, these are indeed scars. But as everyone knows, muscle is built out of scars. You break those muscles down just to build them back up. The hard times you face in your life may break you down temporarily, but once you're back on your feet, once you've been built back up, you'll be one heck of a force to be reckoned with. This is yet another example of how thankful we should be of everyone in our lives, from the corrupt, base individuals intentionally breaking us down, to the kind-hearted, encouraging, loving individuals incessantly building us back up. However, I would like to personally thank each group and faction. I would like to thank those at Center and in our school who are truly helpful, who actually stick to the word and have honestly wanted to help each and every member of the class of 2003 to succeed and would give us the fuel to continue traveling down the road of future success. I would also like to thank those who are the doubters of any of the class of 2003. I thank those who doubt our abilities, our drive, our determination in pursuing our dreams. I thank those who are insincere in their help, and I even thank those who, either because of partiality or other unspoken reasons, wish for some of us to fail. These people are what I like to call inspiration. Their feelings are what I call motivation. Their thoughts are what I call drive. I personally have my doubters. We all do. Oh, ye have little faith. Some people call these doubters enemies, pessimists, or fools. I call them initiative. But one thing I like to keep in mind, the feeling is going to be great when they eat their words. They expect me to one day to be asking them, would you like fries with that? But instead, I'll be asking, would you like a little crow with that? I'm a huge music fan, and I would like to borrow some lyrics from a song by Christina Aguilera that shows how those little speed bumps in the road, and yes, even those roadblocks, if viewed correctly, can be beneficial in making us better people in the long run, as we overcome them with a smile. And pardon this again, I'm not going to sing, I promise. Because it makes me that much stronger, makes me work a little bit harder, it makes me that much wiser. So thanks for making me a fighter. Made me learn a little bit faster, made my skin a little bit thicker, makes me that much smarter. So thanks for making me a fighter. I once heard a man say during an assembly this year that we have two friends in life. First, you need a big friend. The big friend can get you out of jams when you need him. He can intimidate others to help you get what you want. He can be a protector. And most of all, if the big guy's your friend, at least you know he'll be pounding on somebody else's head instead of yours. Second, you need a rich friend, not only to take you on trips and to get you connections and give you influence you otherwise wouldn't have, but also to pay the big friend's bail after the big friend whips somebody's butt for you. But just now, I realized that he left the most important one of all out. He forgot to mention the third and most essential, the true friend. These are hard to come by in life. My pawpaw, whom I was very close to, once told me, Cody, you'll have lots and lots of friends in your life, but you only have one or two true friends. All those other friends are nice, but when the true friends are the ones that will stick with you through thick and thin for the rest of your life. And when you find one, you better hold on and don't let go. I've always taken any advice from my papa to heart because he was a very wise man, but this is probably some of the most useful advice he ever gave me. I'm incredibly fortunate. I already have two true friends, and they're sitting right up there. My mom and dad are the two true friends that have been there for me my entire life and will continue to do so through thick and thin, no matter what. And I'm sure that all the graduates here tonight either have or will have true friends in their lives that they feel the same way about. My mom has supported me from day one. She has always cared for and loved me, no matter how much trouble I gave her, no matter how ornery I was, no matter how difficult it may have been to raise me at times. She has been behind me 100% the entire way, providing a loving, helping hand. And Mom, I can't thank you enough for that. Much of the same story applies to my dad. He came from a very modest background. He was raised on a farm over in Joaquin and was about as poor as they come. He has worked his entire life to provide for his family and to give me educational and financial opportunities that he never had. His caring is shown through the calluses on his hands, the pain in his body, the wisdom in his mind, and the love in his heart. I wouldn't be where I'm at today with the opportunities that I have if it weren't for my parents' love and support. I sincerely hope and pray that each of us graduates finds at least one true friend somewhere in our lives, if we haven't already. We need a friend to laugh with in the good times, to cry with in the bad, to talk with in the troublesome, and to reflect during the nostalgic. I firmly believe that time is the most important, most valuable thing a person can spend. And this is almost drawing to a close, I promise. Imagine that every morning a bank in town credits your account with $86,400. The money must be spent in that particular day or else it's deleted from your account, wiped away forever. It doesn't carry over to the next day. So what would you do? Would you just let it sit there and go to waste? Of course not. You would draw it all out each day and spend it on the ones you love, including yourself. Well, you know what? Each of us has such a bank. Okay, so we don't exactly get $86,400 each day, but we get something more valuable when God gives us 86,400 seconds every single day. Every night, whatever you have failed to use or invest to good purpose is written off and lost forever. Each day you start from scratch with a new deposit of time. If you fail to use the day's deposits, the loss is yours. There's no going back, and the clock continues to run. Fellow graduates, we have the rest of our lives ahead of us. It is pointless to look back and lament the times that we may have wasted, or the bad, and sometimes stupid, decisions that we have made, for even this sorrowful reflection keeps us from fully utilizing the moment at hand. The key to making life a reason to celebrate instead of a cause for regret is just to ask, how can I make every second count and put this new moment to best use? Too often we convince ourselves that life will be better later, that we will be happy later. We tell ourselves that we'll be happy when this day or week is over, when we graduate from high school or college, when we get married, when we get a new car or a new house, or get away from center, or when our family gets to the tough times it may be having. For some of us here, what we think is going to make us happy may be around the corner when the teenager grows up, when the bills are all paid, when the family gets to go on vacation, or when you retire. However, the truth is that there's no better time to be happy than right now. If you don't try to be happy now, you'll never be happy, even after the things that you wish for do come true. Your life will always be filled with challenges, with obstacles, with roadblocks or speed bumps, but we must all understand that the old cliche is true. Happiness truly is a journey, not a destination. The way that you leave the journey with a grin on your face and a smile in your heart is not to reach whatever destination you were seeking, but to be happy while seeking it. The dreams that we have are our destinations, and don't get me wrong, they are very important. But what's more important is that why we have those dreams, why we seek those ultimate destinations. Dreams are what's supposed to make us happy, make us love life, not what's supposed to bring us down and serve as a disappointment when we don't reach them. If you are happy now in the middle of your journey to grab your dreams, the actual fulfilling of those dreams is just icing on the cake. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, I have a dream, and it's a very simple one. I dream to be happy, and the cool thing is, I'm living out my dream as I speak right now. People, I am happy, and my dream is unfolding before your very eyes. So I encourage you all to treasure every moment that you have, no matter what, and make every second count. Remember that time waits for no one. You've probably heard the corny but true saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. I came across a poem that I felt is very relevant to this evening, well, to our whole lives, past and present. And to my fellow graduates, and to all y'all out there, listen carefully to the words and reflect upon it a moment. And see if your actions, your lifestyle, your desires, and your dreams are something to be proud of, something to claim, and something to be remembered by. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on his tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came her date of birth and spoke the following date with tears, but he said that what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that she spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way other people feel and be less quick to anger and show appreciation more and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat others with respect and more often wear a smile, remember that this special dash might only last a little while. So, when your eulogy's being read, while with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things that they say about how you spent your dash? This is the end. Every dog has his day. It may have been everybody else's day for the last 17 years, but friends, class of 2003, our day has come. Our day starts tonight, and if we will it, can continue for the rest of our lives. This truly is the beginning of a new day, and we can mold it, shape it, transform it into anything we want. Make of it what you want, but most importantly, have no regrets. Some things just aren't meant to be. Some people aren't supposed to be successful, to win at the game of life, to do such and such, become this or achieve that. Yet they defy all odds, and just as importantly, they defy all the odds makers who stack the odds against them. My friends, strive for the improbable, perform the unlikely, and achieve the impossible. Believe me, it feels so much sweeter at the top when you win the bet of life. Whether my opponents, my doubters, my skeptics, or my critics like it or not, no matter how much they may want or expect failure, I will succeed. Yes, my friends, in the words of Hank Williams Jr., this country boy will survive. By the same token, the Center High School class of 2003 will survive. Rather, we will thrive. No matter what life throws at us, no matter what obstacles we must overcome, we will survive. If life or high school were a football game, I know it's not, but if it were, then it would be game over? Or would it? Would this be overtime? Or are we just getting out of preseason? Or are we just entering the playoffs, where the games become sudden death? Personally, I think the rest of our life is the Super Bowl, and high school was what got us to the big show. Now let's go out there and win it. I believe that as I step out into this scary world of new faces, new ideas, new experiences, and a new life, I may be, well, okay, I am bewildered, confused, and downright dumbfounded by more things than I can count. But I believe that I do have one very important ace up my sleeve. Follow your dreams, let nothing stop you, treasure your friends, and make every second count.
Cody Quincy May. Stephen.
He's on key. That red light's supposed to be on there. I guess.
Casey Glenn Crawford. Marlena Ashley Davis.
I heard it, okay?
Patrick Niles Dempsey.
Okay, Casey, come stand up where I can get you standing up. The wet's just pouring.
Marlene Diaz.
I don't know how far away, how good that I've got him from there.
Oh, make always smile, man.
James Edward Dodd Jr. Letitia Renee Estes. Tamika Michelle Gaddis.
She zoomed hers out. I guess.
Kimberly Annette Gardner. William Morris Harville II. Elvia Danielle Olivas. Derek O'Keefe Osby.
I can't say nothing now.
These students, having met all requirements as set forth by the state of Texas in Center Independent School District for high school graduation, are hereby recognized as Center High School graduates. Members of class of 2003, in symbolizing your status as high school graduates, you may turn your tassels.
Stand up on the next one you can see, Sheila. The way we're sitting, we're up here, get up on this one.
Would you please stand for the benediction and remain standing for the school song? Hail Center High School, hats off to thee. Ever you'll find and undaunted ever will be. Hail to the school we love. Here's a toast to Thank you. Now will you please be seated for a special presentation to the class of 03.
One day they put us in kindergarten, and never let us out. But now the class of 03 has finally made it home free.